Have you ever wondered if eggs are vegetarian or non-vegetarian? Today, we dive into a topic that stirred quite a bit of confusion and curiosity alike. Understanding where eggs fall within dietary classifications isn't as black and white as it may seem. This seemingly simple question opens up a broader discussion about what it truly means to be vegetarian. From ethical considerations to biological facts, the layers are many and varied. Stick around as we crack open this debate. Before diving into eggs, let's define what being vegetarian means. In its essence, vegetarianism revolves around a diet that excludes meat, fish, and poultry. However, the vegetarian umbrella shelters several variations. Let's explore them. Firstly, there's the lacto-vegetarian, who consumes dairy products but steers clear of eggs. Then, we have the ovo-vegetarian, who welcomes eggs into their diet but says no to dairy. Combining these two, the lacto-ovo-vegetarian consumes both dairy and eggs. And then, there's the strictest form, the vegan, who avoids all animal products and byproducts, including dairy, eggs, and even honey. The core idea here is that vegetarians generally avoid products that result from the direct slaughter of animals. However, they might differ in their approach to products that come from animals without causing their death, such as milk or eggs. With that in mind, where do eggs fit into this spectrum? Now let's explore why many consider eggs to be vegetarian. In the realm of vegetarianism, the status of eggs has stirred quite the debate. But a significant point in favor of eggs being vegetarian is the nature of the eggs commonly consumed. These are unfertilized eggs, meaning they do not contain an embryo and thus have no potential for developing into life. Essentially, when you crack open a store-bought egg, you're not interrupting any life process. The argument hinges on the principle of ahimsa, a concept rooted in several cultures emphasizing non-violence and non-harm. From this perspective, eating an unfertilized egg does not involve the direct killing of an animal. This viewpoint aligns with many vegetarian philosophies that prioritize minimizing harm to living beings. Culturally, the acceptance of eggs in a vegetarian diet varies widely. In many Western societies, vegetarians often consume eggs and dairy, classifying themselves as ovo-lacto-vegetarians. However, in places like India, stricter interpretations of vegetarianism prevail, and many avoid eggs to adhere to a more stringent definition of non-violence towards all creatures. Moreover, it's essential to consider that eggs are a powerhouse of nutrition, providing high-quality protein, vitamins like B12, D, and minerals such as zinc and iron. This nutritional profile makes eggs particularly appealing to vegetarians who might find it challenging to obtain these nutrients from plant-based sources alone. Seems straightforward, right? But there's another side to this story. However, not everyone agrees. Let's look at the opposing viewpoint. When it comes to eggs and vegetarianism, there's a compelling case to be made against their inclusion in a vegetarian diet, primarily focusing on ethical concerns. At the heart of the debate are the practices within the egg industry that many find troubling. For instance, the culling of male chicks is a common practice. Since male chicks don't lay eggs and aren't bred to grow as large or as quickly as those raised for meat, they are often killed shortly after hatching. This practice raises significant ethical questions about the value placed on life within the industry. Furthermore, the conditions under which many egg-laying hens are kept can be quite stark. Picture this: vast numbers of hens confined in small cages, with little room to move freely or exhibit natural behaviors. These hens often live in environments that deny them the ability to perform actions intrinsic to their nature, such as nesting, foraging, or even spreading their wings. Such conditions can lead to both physical and psychological distress for the animals. These ethical considerations extend beyond animal welfare. They touch on broader issues of sustainability and environmental impact, factors increasingly considered by those adopting vegetarian diets for ethical reasons. The production of eggs, like many animal-based food sources, involves significant resource expenditure and environmental change, which contradicts the principles of many vegetarians focused on minimizing their ecological footprint. As you can see, the waters are muddier than they appear. What do actual vegetarians think about including eggs in their diet? As we delve into the vegetarian community's perspectives, it's fascinating to see the diversity of opinions. Some vegetarians see eggs as an essential source of protein and vital nutrients, which are particularly beneficial in diets lacking in meat. For instance, lacto-ovo-vegetarians include eggs and dairy in their diet, and argue that since eggs, especially unfertilized ones, do not involve the direct harm or death of an animal, they can be considered vegetarian. On the flip side, there are those who strictly oppose the inclusion of eggs in a vegetarian diet. Ethical vegetarians or vegans argue that commercial egg farming often involves significant animal distress and exploitation. They stress the importance of a diet free from any animal-derived products, not just in terms of direct harm, but also considering the conditions under which animals are kept. Among the more moderate voices are vegetarians who occasionally consume eggs depending on the source. They prefer eggs from free-range farms where hens are treated more humanely, suggesting a balance between ethical concerns and dietary preferences. It's also worth noting the cultural and regional differences that impact these views. In some cultures, eggs are traditionally excluded from vegetarian diets, while in others, they are a staple. Clearly, the vegetarian community is not monolithic in its views on eggs. So, are eggs vegetarian or not? It seems the answer isn't just black or white. Today we've cracked open a fascinating debate, exploring various angles on whether eggs should be considered vegetarian. The question of whether eggs fit into a vegetarian diet is contentious and complex. Many believe that since eggs do not involve the direct killing of animals, they can be included in a vegetarian diet. This opinion is supported by the fact that most eggs consumed are unfertilized and would not hatch into chicks. Others argue against this, pointing out that eggs are still animal products, and therefore do not align with a vegetarian lifestyle. This view is further strengthened by ethical concerns about the conditions under which the hens are kept to produce these eggs. These hens often live in cramped, uncomfortable conditions, which raises ethical questions about animal welfare. Furthermore, there are different types of vegetarianism, and definitions vary widely. Some vegetarians avoid all animal products, while others include dairy or eggs. This diversity in practice and philosophy adds layers to the debate and demonstrates that vegetarianism is not a one-size-fits-all approach. Additionally, role of cultural background and personal health choices plays a significant part in this debate. In some cultures, eggs are a staple food and not considered meat, whereas in others, any animal product is strictly avoided. Health considerations also play a crucial role, as some people might choose to include eggs in their diet for protein and other nutrients, while others might avoid them due to cholesterol concerns or dietary restrictions. This discussion reflects broader themes in nutrition and ethics, highlighting the importance of personal choice and informed decision-making. It's crucial to consider not only the biological aspects but also the ethical implications and personal health when deciding whether to include eggs in a vegetarian diet. In conclusion, whether eggs are vegetarian depends on one's definition of vegetarianism, ethical beliefs, cultural background, and health needs. It's a personal decision that can vary widely among individuals. As we wrap up this exploration, reflect on the information presented. What resonates more with you? Are your choices influenced more by ethical considerations, health aspects, or perhaps cultural influences? This topic, like many others in nutrition ethics, isn't about finding a one-size-fits-all answer, but rather about understanding the nuances and making choices that align with your values and lifestyle. Thank you for watching. Like this video, share it, and don't forget to subscribe to Facts Academy 0122. What do you think about eggs being vegetarian? Drop your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your input enriches the conversation, and who knows, your comment might be the start of another intriguing discussion. So, don't hold back. Let's chat in the comments.